What's up? Got a Twosun here, and I mean, I don't know what's in here, but I know it is a beast. Man, is this heavy? Come on, man. I mean, I'm gonna try to spin it. Yeah, it's just there's too much mass. Gravity's holding this thing down on the desk. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's that one. I mean, I think there's actually a couple of these with different blade shapes. So I don't know which one this is, but I got them both, so it don't matter. If it's not, this ain't the one that you're interested in seeing, the other one's on its way. And these are, I believe, one of these is, I think one of these is in Elmax steel, this version of this knife. I mean, how kooky is that? Come on, Twosun. Like stepping up their steel game. And I mean, even the bag's tougher on this knife. What are we doing? Look at this thing. Look at the milling. I think this is the big bellied version. Oh, look at this pocket clip. Why? We're so artsy fartsy, man. Oh, yeah, I had one of these recently where, I mean, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but the knife was just absolutely amazing. And then the pocket clip, wah, wah, wah. And I think we're going to end up here again. It's just, why? Man, it's such a cool knife. And then I mean, I hope it works well, but I mean, I already know. Like, you got this great knife, and then for some reason, like whoever's making these design decisions, I'm just gonna go there because I'm kind of like it's wearing me out, man. I can't help it. But whoever's making these decisions, they're hanging out at the art gallery, the modern art gallery or something, and then they go, "Oh yeah, this is wonderful." I mean, it's actually going to have no function whatsoever, but man, does that look cool! And it's going to keep Tucson at a level on the map of things because it's such a cool knife already. I can tell, just wonderful titanium and milling, and then this blade. I don't know if this is the L Max. I think the other one's an S90V. But look at this blade. I mean, so attractive, so wonderful. And then let's just put the stupidest pocket clip we can possibly think of. Like, it won't run in a pocket. It's not going to hold the knife down because there's no tension. No matter how heavy the knife is, and whoever owns this knife would want this secure in their pocket so they could actually carry it. Let's just make it like ridiculous. And I haven't run it, but if it's not ridiculous, I'll take it all back. But boy, at first look, and the knife itself, I mean, already I'm kind of going, ooh, ah, wow. Yeah, just slabs of titanium. It's a ts458, and yeah, this one's in S90V. I think the other one's got a little more of a drop point blade. Doesn't have this big belly, but I think it's in LMAX. And so yeah, I've been looking forward to these two because looking at them, they look like legit wonderful knives. And I can tell you in hand, I mean, I wasn't wrong. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to spidey flick that out. The thumb studs here, they're big and positioned such that, yeah, there's no way to Spidey flick that out. It's got a nice back flipper. The back flipper works wonderful on it. I mean, if you're trying to win a modern art contest with a knife, all this kind of stuff makes sense. You know, it's like visually, it's like, oh yeah, but you know, I don't even know if I could wait. I can't. It's just like, what? I mean, it functions, so that's cool. But here's what it doesn't do. It doesn't hold the knife in a pocket, and so I mean, for somebody to seriously have this in their pocket, you have to have a pocket clip, fellas, that has retention. It's got to hold it in the pocket. Like, I mean, all of us aren't just, strolling, pushing a grocery cart, man. And so, like, even back here where I go with it, I mean, honestly, the thing runs really well. I mean, it's kind of oddball and it bunches your pocket in a weird way. And there's no way to grab the knife. Like, if I want to get that out, look, there's nothing to grab here to get that out. I guess you can get your thumb behind it, but then I'm grabbing my pocket, so I got to grab the pocket clip. But I mean, just from that aspect alone, there's no way to, like, you have to grab the clip and the blade to get that to come out. But worst of all, it doesn't retain the knife in the pocket at all. It's just there's no tension on it. And then if I put tension on it, it's just such an oddball deal that, like I say, now it's bunching your pocket. I mean, obviously you can't go in like that because, man, yeah. The stock on this knife for me just plummeted, man. And if I didn't already have the other one purchased, I'd cancel even though I'm a collector, like to put it in the collection. It's the only reason I'll own this one and the other one because it's just it's form over function so far that the knife don't make no sense. I mean, I'm gonna check it in, but golly, man, I hate to rip into them like that, but it's just such a great piece. And then total disregard for, I mean, what's the point of a pocket knife that you can't, like, put in your pocket? I mean, you can put it in there, but I guess if you're standing around at the art gallery or something, you know, having to decipher postmodern art and, well, what is that? Is that a sad man or a funny man or, drinking wine spritzers at the, mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, wow. Surely that comes out of there somehow so that you could put tension on it. Yeah, there it comes. And I'm gonna try because I mean right now it's worthless. And listen, for me, at the end of the day, it's really not even that big of a deal. Could it be could it be art instead of an actual knife? Sure, because I'm gonna collect it and put it in a case. But I mean, if you're watching and you're thinking, man, I need a cool pocket knife, and that thing's stunning. Um, I mean, if you're finding out about this pocket clip and you were actually thinking about carrying this knife, I mean, I know if it's me, if I needed a knife to carry, yeah, not this one. I'm just going to pass right on by. I mean, this is the second one in a short amount of time that is an amazing knife You know, the core of the thing is amazing. And then the pocket clip is just disastrous. Like not kind of bad, but just horrible. So I probably should get some point of reference. And if I go straight there, I'm up here on that dimple. All right, let me see if I can't put some tension on that. I think I can. Might break it, which I'm not sure that that would be a bad thing, because I don't think it's functional the way it is. Yeah, I put some tension on it. All right, well, let's wipe it down and we'll wrap up. I'm going to get through it. I'm so disappointed in that clip. I mean, honestly, hey, for me, man, y'all know I'm not negative and I'm not trying to second guess designers and manufacturers, but this is like two in a real short span where the knife itself, I mean, in an overall perspective, is just stunning. Like, look at this scale, this titanium scale. I mean, it's heavy. Definitely could have been skeletonized to reduce weight. There's a little bit here where they relieved it with some lines, helps provide some grip. But it's just a big, beefy, wonderful piece. And I dig it. Yeah, it is. It is a big chunk of titanium and S90V. Look at the size of that blade. I mean, just stunning. Wonderful. Um, I think that's an insert. Now that I'm looking at it, it's got to be an insert. Yeah, yeah, it has to be. I'm gonna try to knock it out of there. Let's see if I can't get it to pop out. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, I saw the shadow boxing and I thought that that was some kind of insert. But then I kind of started to lean over and go, yeah, no, it's just milling. But nope, it's an insert. Yeah, look at that. Titanium insert, which of course is probably going to afford them to change that material on a future model. You know, like they can come out, they can put micarta on that, they can put G10 in it, fat carbon fiber. I mean, it gives them a lot of options. It's interesting that the first one they dropped was titanium in there. I mean, it's an interesting enough feature that it got me to stop talking about that stupid pocket clip. But yeah, man, hey, I hate to bring the wrath on it, and I always try to accentuate the positive and not downplay the negatives, right? Like, if somebody wanted to accentuate the negatives, I mean, golly, I'm at the top of that list. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I try to live that way today, where I can find a negative in anything, and where's the positive? What's the good stuff? And so I try to focus there. I try to just, hey, here's the good stuff, and then point out, oh, there's blade contact or whatever, and then just keep it moving. I don't got to hover in that space. But this pocket clip thing, man, it's like, y'all are killing me, man. Yeah, look at so wonderful the way that they've done this. So in order to change, and give this knife a different feel, they could put a little less steel in it, and like 14C or I mean they have definitely have some options for steel. Um, 154. I mean, there's some different things. N690, Nitro V. There's definitely some lower ended steels that they could offer in this, and then put some carbon fiber in there. It would lighten up the knife for sure. Definitely give them some options. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Um, because they definitely could have milled this out of just one big solid piece of titanium, and then maybe thin. You know, they couldn't have really thinned this up much because it's really shadow box deep. Yep. Ugh, pocket clip thing, man. Y'all. Mm-hmm. Leave me speechless. Maybe that was the point. Yeah, it's like, we'll shut that dude up once and for all. I mean, if you wanted to end the relationship on a negative, I guess, you know, not me. All right. Well, we're all cleaned up. Let's did I get the pivot? I'm not sure if I did. Lots of really cool parts in here. Titanium. I mean, titanium, titanium, titanium. It's wonderful. And really impressed with the knife overall. Yep, no doubt. Wonderful. Is that titanium? I think that is. And they didn't machine that side and left it like a rivet. That is steel. Is the top steel? Yeah, that's all steel. Stainless. Which that's cool. That blade's got a ride on steel. You couldn't make that out of titanium. So, stop pin. Let's get these two in there. It's got a really cool lanyard hole. Big. It's placed proper. Yeah, it's pretty slick. I mean, there's going to be a lot about this piece that I like. Unfortunately, the thing I don't like is huge and looming. I also think I'm going to take the tiniest bit off of this detent as well because it was pretty stiff. So I took just a little bit off. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I should have looked, but I was a little distracted by something called a pocket clip. But I should have looked to see where it was lined up. So I took some off, so now I'm either going to have to disassemble and put some back, or I might have had to disassemble to take some off. You know what I mean? Like, I think it might have got me either way. So, I'm probably off frame there, struggling with it. So I found myself leaning back farther and farther and farther. And then all of a sudden it's like, bro, I don't think you're showing anything at this point. I definitely put a little tension on that, so maybe it'll run a little better. I don't think it's going to redeem itself to the point to where I'm going, yeah, let me take it all back, just because I'm pretty confident that it's nonsense, tomfoolery. It's like playing games. Beautiful knife, and then let's play games. Let's put a ridiculous pocket clip on it. Let's be different. Versus let's make a knife that really functions. Ah, the stop pin fell out. What the? How did I not see that? going to put one of these in and check that action before I get too far down the road. In case I got to take it back apart and make an adjustment. Solid, functional, guillotine, runs. I mean, whew. Wow, does that thing run well. Yeah, and I already know this is going to be good because I didn't take near of that off. But let's check it just to be sure. Yeah. Hello? Nobody's home. Who is it? Yeah, wonderful. Last screw. I mean, this thing's checking so many boxes. It's just too bad that it's got to check the pocket clip's ridiculous and ruins the knife box. Yeah, because it's definitely in that category right now, and we'll run it. I put some tension on it. Maybe it'll redeem itself. I mean, you're probably as hopeful as I am because the rest of this thing is stunning. Watch, Spidey flick. Yep. Just a little tension off of that lock bar, and now this thing runs like a very expensive Swiss watch. Man, is this thing nice. I mean, let's talk about this action. Thumb flick. Spidey flick. Back flipper. And then it's a guillotine. You know, to get past the detent is right there. Yep, right there. Wonderful. I mean, it's A-level action all day long. A-level. Yep. I'm fumbling with the detent a little bit right here. Like it's far enough that it's easy to not go far enough with it. Like it's hitting my thumb here. I think maybe that's the issue because I'm using my thumb to unlock it. Well, then when I come down, I'm hitting my thumb right where the ball is. So I got to get my thumb out of the way to get past it. Otherwise, I'm springing backwards. You know, like right there. And it'll spring, you know, it has the potential to spring backwards. So because of that, I'm going to give it an A. I'm pretty sure that if I worked with this knife for, 20 minutes, I'd probably, like right now, I just know to get that out of the way. And it runs wonderfully. Yeah, A-level action is so good. This thing runs so wonderfully. Ergonomics. So not so confident, very confident. Man, this is a combat knife. The grip on this thing, the just a power grip right here is stunning. So good. Very confident. Okay. It's wonderful. And then thumb up. It's not combat jimping, but man, it's pretty close. Really striking jimping up here. And it's plenty. Like my whole thumb is down in it. So again, this grip is very confident, man. Wonderful. The reverse grip on this, nice platform for the thumb, and excellent finger guard here to lock my hand in. Again, wonderful. And I can get here. I could go here with a power grip to hammer down with this knife. I'm tucked in and my palm is packed in behind this finger guard. So again, really confident. It's not much choke up. You can kind of maybe get up in here. I'm not a fan because you would be on the corner of this blade right here. But you could go there. Yeah. Man, oh man. This thing, it's a stunner. Yeah, so let's check the pocket clip. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go here to normal size jeans. And, I mean, the tension's better, but it's still horrible. There's really nothing to grab to get the knife out. You can grab the pocket clip, but even with the tension I put on it, yeah, it's not going to hold it in pocket at all. Now, if you're not concerned about the knife staying or having retention in your pocket, I mean, will it work? I mean, look, it'll go right in my pocket. It rides flat there. I mean, it's a big knife. Would it go there? Yeah, 100%. If I reach back to get it out, um, can I get it out? Yeah, I can reach inside and get it with my fingers, and it comes out because there's no tension here. There's nothing holding that down. Could I put more tension on that? I mean, I guess so. Am I going to? No. No, because I'm just going to call that as, like, I don't say this often, but this clip fails this knife. It's so bad that the knife's a fail now because of it. It's like I can't even like do a different pocket clip and create tension with it. It just fails the knife. It takes a wonderful knife and ruins it. It ruined the knife. Yep. The one I did not too long ago, that one kind of ruined that knife too. It's just so bad. It's got cutouts and then the clip is down in it. And just the nature of the clip itself, there's no tension on that clip whatsoever. And so it won't retain it in a pocket. It won't stay there. And this one's the same way. It ruins the knife. But let's check it for safety. So I can make blade contact right here at the top of the blade. Yep. There's blade contact here. And then the tip is recessed. So the tip's good. The clip is a fail and ruins the knife. And there is some blade contact here between the scales. Yep. I wonder if the blade is sharp. Man, that tall flat grind. Surely this thing is a friggin' razor blade. Yeah. Yeah, crazy wicked sharp. Beautiful S90V blade. Wonderful titanium. I mean, just so many things wonderful about this knife. Unfortunately, dun dun dun. Yeah. Yep. But it's gonna go in my Twosun case, man. And there's a few in there that just fall into this category where form just outweighed function. You know, somebody's creative genius just made sense, and we rolled with it and had a wonderful piece that, I mean, I wonder if I don't have somebody that I couldn't send this to and have them mill out and put a legit strong retention type pocket clip on this and just do away with this. I mean, maybe, but will I? Nope. Nah, it's just going to go in the case, and then my video will be history for me and my opinion on this piece forever. Yeah. I guess I'm kind of doubly bummed because I have the other one coming. I think it's in LMAX, but it's the same knife, different blade material, different blade shape, but same here. And so I already know when it shows up the level of disappointment that I'm going to be faced. Yeah. All right. Well, so on that note, man, I'm going to stop doing videos today. I'm depressed. I'm bummed out. And yeah. All right. Appreciate y'all watching. If you hung out, maybe I run off everybody with this downtrodden video. See y'all. You had to stay to the end, which maybe a bunch didn't. But if you stayed to the end, you're going to hear me eat my words a little bit. So it just so bummed me out that I had to take the knife apart and try to put more tension on this clip to see if I can't get it to work. And so that's what I did. It's not easy because of the puzzle way that it fits together. The more tension you put on it, makes it very difficult to put it back together. But I was able to get a good amount of tension on that clip. And with the tension put on it, now of course it's going to dog me and try to keep me from putting it in the pocket. But with the tension put on it, it'd be easier if I was wearing these pants, right? So with the tension put on it, I can put it in the pocket and it goes right, right where I would carry it, right there. It's kind of odd, but Yeah, it's still in the pocket. It's got enough tension that it holds it in there. And it does the same thing on standard jean material right here. And so I put a bunch of tension on it. I can make it function. So I'm gonna go from the knife's just a worthless piece and you can't do nothing with it to adjust that pocket clip and you can make this thing function. And that makes me feel so much better. And it's not like I'm looking to carry the knife anyway, so you got to kind of keep it in context. It's just me ranting about a knife and a design on the knife that on a knife that I'm not even going to carry. Like I don't have any intentions of carrying my Twosun knives at this point. I have a couple that I have doubles on that I like a lot that I carry them. But like this one, man, it's a collector's piece for me. But I was able to fix that clip and look at the tension now. You know, like when I got it, there was no tension on it. I don't even think it was touching. And so now with the tension on it, it actually functions pretty well. And considering how many other boxes this knife checks, I'm going to back up and say, yeah, it's a pretty cool piece. You know, it still doesn't release. Why do we got to? Because listen, I guarantee you, there's a bunch of y'all watching this right now that would go, man, I'd carry that. That 100% would end up in my pocket. But if you can't, if the pocket clip don't function, does that stay in that category, or do you go, yeah, I can't carry it? So, I, applying the right tension to this clip makes it functional. Okay. All right. So, kind of eat my words. All in all, man, it's a pretty cool piece, and you know, it's just, golly, I wish we could stop being artsy fartsy and be functional. Yeah, it's wonderful, visually arty, you know, knife, and for the most part functional. But then we just lose it and go, let's just get off the beaten path and do something. Like we want to be so different that it doesn't matter if it works. Now, did I get it to work? I did. Um, but it's still oddball. Anyways, that to me that's a better wrap up and a little more positive spin on something that had me down, right? All right. Appreciate y'all watching.